They're still here, still going.
It's not been that much. We've done 2 conferences.
I know, but it seems
today's
like
the big one.
4 a.m. night kind
Yeah.
of warps your meaning of time a little bit. So last night was the Bethesda press conference.
Yes.
Bethesda media briefing, whatever
they call it.
official term is. At 3 a.m. our time. That was a good showing.
It was a damn good showing.
very, very
Way
good
better
showing.
than EA did.
They kind of came. I mean, let's just get straight into it. They came straight at the gate and said, "Hey, we're bringing back Quake."
Yeah, so there was a bunch of people after they did Doom, and they were like, "Oh man, they took Doom,
They
and
should-
they should do it for Quake."
What was that if they did Quake?
And then, but everybody was like, "But what is that at this
Yeah.
point?" And turns out when you redo Quake, it's a competitive arena shooter, just like Quake was.
Quake 3.
Yeah, it's Quake
It appears
3.
to be what they're doing because a lot of the they showed their CG trailer and a lot of the characters and stuff are there from Doom 3.
Yeah,
It seemed, and yeah, like a lot of the things they said, like there was definitely some railguns going on in there.
there were railguns, there were lightning guns, there was the gauntlet.
It is Quake 3.
Yeah.
It seems like they're doing Quake 3. They talk about 120 frames a second updates. They talk about arena combat. The new thing is they're talking about actual characters having different attributes.
Yeah, like attributes. I don't know about abilities, but they like
they
I
said
guess behave
attributes was
different.
the word they
Yeah.
used. So maybe
So like some people will be faster or something.
yeah, which is weird because like the whole thing about Quake was like
It was just your skill was
it was
the
just
balance.
pure skill.
Yeah.
So maybe adding
My guess would be that whatever, if it does actually get ludicrously competitive, everybody just plays the fastest guy and you just run.
probably.
Yeah.
But I mean that was the thing. Like in Quake 3, everyone played the skeleton, right? Because he blended into the background.
I guess, I don't know.
So I mean that's what I'd heard anyway. And they're talking about doing like proper tournaments and leagues and things like that.
Talking
for
about
that.
esports like everybody is.
proper esports
For Quake.
like the rest of the fucking industry
Yeah.
appears to do. That's cool. Like it had the original Quake logo. It's called. Sorry, we should also say it's
Quake
called Quake
Champions.
Champions
Yeah.
is the name
Quake
of the game.
Champions.
It was not directly like Quake 3-2 or anything like
Quake
that.
World.
Quake World.
Yeah.
Quake Universe.
Quake Universe.
Quake Champions. And they're going to be more at QuakeCon, which apparently is
Looks
back. Was QuakeCon last year?
Yeah, QuakeCon's been consistent.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought it took a couple of years off or something like
I
that.
don't remember, but,
Okay. But,
I thought it's been I thought there was one last year. But
Yeah, so be at QuakeCon and they'll be showing off, which should be interesting.
yeah. And then Quake's back. That's cool.
Yeah, like that straight out the gate.
Quake and UT are gonna come back just
Doing-
like
yeah,
it's 1999.
It's 98 all over again. So yeah, they did a little bit of like history of Bethesda and stuff they've done, and then when it rolled into the powerhouse that is Elder Scrolls Legends,
Yeah, it's just a card game.
their card game, which looks
card
a
game.
lot like Hearthstone.
I mean, yeah, but so does every like
I mean, they all
trading
look like
card game.
Hearthstone,
Yeah.
right? But yeah, so they talked about it's coming to Android, iPhone, and PC, and
Yeah.
that's kind
It's
of
card
it.
game. I mean, I'll try it because I like playing card games, but
Totally.
it's I don't know what it's gonna be.
Totally.
They had that weird trailer that was like animated stills. There was a weird guy with an owl.
We said it looked like Magic Gathering.
Yeah, the Magic the
trailers.
Gathering trailers. Yeah, but
yeah.
it's alright.
I mean, I'm not. I mean, have you actually played that game?
No, it's not out yet.
It's not out yet, of course. Oh yeah, it was on the beta. That's what
Yeah.
it was. I feel like I should at least try every one of these and say, just to be confident, to go, it's Hearthstone.
Yeah, it's
Move
pretty
on.
close to Hearthstone.
So then Todd Howard came on, not on stage, but
No,
on a
recorded Todd
recorded
Howard.
video saying thanks for Fallout 4
Hey
and all the
guys,
support
Fallout.
and all that good stuff. Here's new stuff we're bringing. And then they talked about 3. Do you want to call them DLC? Because
No, they are
DLC's a thing now.
workshop packs for the
So-
the creation tools.
So is Workshop the official name for that?
I think
section
so.
of
Yeah,
Fallout
like
4?
the ability to like build stuff.
Right. So
So
they.
they
Well, it's not. It doesn't seem to be just that. Where
it kind of is. It's all
so
related
the
to how you
first
build.
two are. So the first one is the contraptions workshop, which
Yeah.
you talked about, which appears to be things like
It's like logic machines.
logic
for your-
machines, conveyor belts, sorters.
Yeah, that sort of thing.
That kind of. So you could like. I mean, maybe there'll be some kind of farming, or it'll sort your scrap for you,
Got
or
no
something
idea,
like that.
but-
Like I don't know how much use that is actually in game.
Oh, I've got no idea.
or
It's
is
kind of
this
my complaint about the whole building of the town thing. Past very like surface level stuff, it had very little impact on the actual game,
Right.
so I didn't do it. But
So this is the way they can say, look, we've built a calculator in Fallout 4.
well, yeah, it's like yes, you can do crazy shit like that. But yeah, I didn't do it. I know people that got crazy into it, and like because they're anal like that,
Sure.
and even they were like, this is a fucking travesty of a set of tools to use.
Sure.
Like it's awful, but
So that's next week. That comes
yeah.
out. And then in July they are doing a vault construction.
Yeah,
so you
build
can
your own vault.
vault.
It's Fallout Shelter, but in the actual game, it seems like
it looks a lot like Fallout Shelter.
Yeah.
And it seems like it's using the same building tools that it does for the
yeah,
town.
it's still all the big green.
Like there was a shot in the trailer they showed of like you running through a cave, like culling creatures back so you could build stuff and all that good stuff.
You're actually like chiseling out of the rock.
Yeah. And that's in July, and then in August they're talking about Nuka World, which they didn't actually give a lot of details.
No, I'm guessing that's like another maybe story DLC because that seems a bit.
It did,
more...
yeah. It didn't seem like there was a lot of construction in there.
Yeah.
And also, apparently, I was reading into this. Apparently, people had mined that out source codes a while ago.
Okay.
Like they knew they had an inkling this thing was coming. So yeah, they kind of showed it as like a theme park style thing. They had like a dude in a mascot suit at the front.
Yeah, with a big Nuka-Cola mascot.
Yeah. So who knows what that actually is? There was no details, but that's August this year. Some stuff for Fallout Shelter.
Yeah, they're doing new quest system and new items and stuff.
Yeah,
it's good. Like,
new combat
well
system.
For them. Yeah,
I mean, that thing printed money for them.
Yeah.
And also it's coming to PC. Is the other thing. Which
good thing to have on your second monitor. If you
I meant to actually jump back into it when it hit Android. Because that seems like the type of thing. Like out of all of these kind of idle, like wait for 4 hours and we'll come back. That seems like one I could actually.
Yeah, it's mainly because it's got that kind of Fallout style to it. It's all the Pip-Boy stuff, which is all really unique.
Like the style of that game was really cool. Yes, and it's coming to PC, like I said. And then they dropped Skyrim Special Edition, which is the Skyrim remaster that people have been talking about.
Looks nice from the like comparison shots and stuff.
Yeah, PS4, Xbox One. No date on it that I saw, but you were saying when we were watching it that it looks a lot like what you can do to the PC.
Yeah, like it was the thing that I noticed was like you were they were doing the here's what it looked like on the PS3 and then here's the new and then like threw a whole bunch of like dynamic lighting and fucking whatever.
Threw a lot of the terms at it.
A lot of terms at it. And I looked at it and was just like, well, I was doing this about a year ago with mods, like on PC.
Totally.
Like, because I talked about it specifically on the podcast. Actually, there was a time where I went back to Skyrim because I was like, I now have a powerful enough computer. Let's see what happens when you mod this to shit. That game looks fucking stunning when you mod it out.
It does. Because a lot of the shots that they were showing in that remaster looked like shots I've seen of like.
Exactly.
Here's what happens when you put 20
really
mods
dynamic
on Skyrim.
lighting, really good water, good textures, all that sort of stuff. So it's.
And again, the rumored thing came true that they are putting mods on consoles. The same way they are for Fallout 4. So maybe whatever technical backend they built to do that seemed to port over. Which again, if nothing else, more thing that like, hey, that engine in Fallout 4 is not that different from the one that's in Skyrim.
No, it probably isn't.
Who knows? But
then, what I'm really interested to see in that thing is if it can like actually run. If they've, I doubt they've actually done any sort of improvements to help it run better.
Yeah.
But I don't know if just by having more power it'll run.
Yeah, they might just push through whatever barriers there. But again, a lot of the problems
because it ran really well on PC.
Sure.
So I guess
a
you just get
lot
past
of the problems with those games are not power based; they're like scripting based.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah.
Or memory based. So yes, it might get a little bit better, but don't actually know. Yeah, and then it fucking happens.
The Prey happens.
Although not quite in the way I
It's
expected.
not Prey 2. Get that out of the way early. It's not the Prey 2 that we all saw and fell in love with.
But also,
like years ago.
Arcane went on stage and announced this.
Yeah.
Which is interesting.
I think it was Arcane anyway.
So I had to clarify this to make sure, but the dude from Arcane came on stage.
Yeah, and talked about
and there was
Prey.
an Arcane logo on the screen.
Yeah.
And then talked about this other special project they've been working on.
Sure, okay. So
and it's just called Prey.
Yep.
You play a guy called Morgan who wakes up in a space station after a bunch of experiments.
The trailer made it sound like he's going through some sort of weird Groundhog Day thing where it's like he's reliving the same day over and over again, or is that just like his own?
I thought that, but I think it was just the way this trailer was shot, where it was like we have a daily routine that is very specific,
right? Okay.
And the shot that they kept repeating was him looking in the mirror
and looking at his eye,
and his eye was getting more and more bloodied,
yeah,
and kind of messed up. But yes, it seems like you're kind of slightly cliche thing at this point where you wake up in a space station and something's gone horribly wrong,
yeah,
and parts of the station are fighting back at you and all this kind of stuff.
Aliens and
zero gameplay. It was all like CG. There was no actual in-game stuff. It was all very like, this looks first person.
Yeah,
they
made a point of like saying that you're the hunted person on the station, so they're making actual use of the word prey in that sense.
They are using the word prey properly.
So it seems pretty cool.
Actually,
I'll probably never play it because it looks terrifying as shit. But
I'm into that. 2017, Xbox, PS4, and PC.
Yep.
Yeah, totally. But yeah, 2017 was the only date they had on that.
It's just 2017, so
Yeah.
probably later.
A little bit more Doom.
Yep.
More Snap Map.
Yep.
Snap Map.
More Snap Map.
Adding more modes, and then some
A
multiplayer
new
DLC.
gun. Oh yeah, the DLC was like a new gun and some maps and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah. I don't
It's
think-
not the DLC that you wanted.
I
but
don't know if
it's-
the gun is part of the DLC, but the DLC definitely talked about.
They definitely said new gun, so...
Oh, did they?
yeah.
Okay, but they were mainly talking about maps for the
Yeah.
multiplayer DLC. And then they said like, this was cool, but also should not be cool. Where they said, hey, you can now, as of last night, can download the first level of Doom.
You get a demo for Doom.
Yeah,
The demo.
which is cool because that, like, I saw a lot of people on Twitter saying that game sells itself in the first 20 minutes.
Yeah,
like,
but
if you-
also that should just exist.
also like demos are a thing.
Yeah, they
or
should
they're
just
not
happen.
a thing. Is the point?
But they should be.
They
is the
should
point.
just
Yeah.
exist
Especially in
again.
games these days that are all broken. They
Yeah,
should,
yeah, like you should be able to. But that's the problem, right? What nobody wants to put out
a broken
to see,
demo.
to see that your game is
that's true.
broken in the first 20 minutes. They go no. Like demos are now betas, and this is. But they did not mention the word demo once.
No,
they
they
said
just
it's
said
a free
You
trial.
can, it's just like you can try to play
Or
the first level,
yeah.
and that's it.
And so that's Steam and console. It looks like
Yeah.
there's going to be some kind of trial edition of that.
Again, everybody's right. That game sells itself in the first
Totally,
level,
like
so
if
you
you
can,
don't like it in the first 20 minutes, it's
you're not
game
gonna
for
like that
you.
game. It's-
But most people, yeah.
you should like it. It's that's a good open.
Elder Scrolls Online
Yeah,
is still a thing.
yeah. So
They said they had 7 million players.
yeah, like I don't know if that, but you can wiggle
You
that.
can
You
massage
can say
those
that as
numbers,
like
right?
that's 7 million people with accounts.
Yeah, you
that's
can
7
massage
million
those numbers.
actives. Like you can.
They're launching in Japan.
Yep.
And then they announced the Dark Brotherhood DLC.
For consoles, 'cause I think it's
For
already out on
it's
PC.
already on PC, so it's announced it for consoles.
Yeah. Which is
coming on Tuesday.
which was like one of the best parts of that whole universe. So they get that's cool.
It's actually coming on Tuesday. Apparently, for people who are interested in that. And then they announced the thing that's actually interesting about this, which is
I had to explain this to you.
yeah, one Tamriel is what they called it.
Yes.
So do you want to explain
So
what it
it's
is? Do you know MMOs?
it is. I think the term is non-instance based zoning, which is instead of you. Like basically the world now scales with your level. So instead of you going into a zone and it being like this is a level 25 zone and things
Yes.
walk up and one shot you, the world now scales with whatever you are. So you can walk into any zone and they're all like level 5.
So
whatever it is.
the way you put it is you can do the Bethesda thing of I'm going to go this way. And
It makes
not
it
immediately die.
it actually like an Elder Scrolls game, which ESO wasn't before.
Yeah.
So you can now just pick a direction and walk in it, and you'll probably find like a hub with quests and storyline and all that sort of stuff, which would
Which
make
is cool.
actually makes it sound interesting to me because I tried that game in beta and thought it was awful. So
Totally.
I might go back and try it now.
So yeah, totally. That's not free to play yet, is it? Right? You still have to buy a.
I am not sure. There is a thing. I think you can play it for free, but then there are like microtransactions. I would need to look it up.
Okay,
I'm not exactly
fair
sure.
Then they talked about their VR ideas, and they put a logo on screen that said Bethesda VR.
Yeah, I think that's just their like initiative to
Must
test
be.
VR because they talked about the Vive, so it's not like they're releasing a headset.
Totally. So the two things they announced were
Although how cool would it be if Bethesda released a headset and it was like the Doom helmet?
now
That'd be pretty cool, right?
surprising amount of masks and helmets coming from the C3.
You're right in special editions. You mean?
The
Yeah, the
Titanfall
Titanfall
2,
one, the Dishonored one.
Dishonored one.
Yeah,
Yeah. Anyway,
I think I want like one of the maker people to like put VR stuff into one of those, so you can like wear the
Oh,
mask.
totally. You need
That's
to. Yeah, maybe.
Be interesting.
I would wear
a Doom helmet as a VR
I
mask.
would wear
Yeah.
Doom Ring helmet. The things they announced, or they said that at the show they had, they called it a virtual Doom Hell Tour. So it's not
it's just
necessarily
you
Doom
panning
4,
through. Yeah,
but it's you walking about in the hellscape of Doom,
Yeah.
the hell levels. Probably because that game's so fast that people just immediately throw
you'd
up.
vomit. Yeah, you'd immediately
Um,
vomit.
And then they said that Fallout 4 was there in VR, and that Fallout 4 is coming to the Vive in 2017,
Mm-hmm.
which is an interesting choice because because the fact that they specifically said Vive means why did they not go Rift? And in 2017, by the time this hits, both of those will have their touch controllers, so which means they've had more time with the Vive, presumably, which is why they're doing it.
I would assume that they've just kind of tested them both right now and figured that the Vives
Or maybe like
better
integration with
option or
Steam is
something.
better.
Yeah, or
for
Steam's
them.
a better platform. 'cause they're all
But
on
also that
Steam,
means that the fact that you're targeting Vive means there's going to be touch controls in that game.
it should be. Yeah.
Which could be kind of awesome. Like that game with that. I mean, that's the thing, right? That's why people like those games is that they create a world and that you inhabit that
Yeah.
world. And if you're physically inhabiting that world with a headset on your thing,
Sure, yeah.
like people will just never leave. Like
Yeah.
that's the one where you're like, no, this this could get people into VR. If you said like, hey, remember that Fallout thing?
Remember
like,
Fallout?
How about you're actually fucking there?
Yeah.
Which could be fantastically interesting. And then they rounded off with Dishonored 2.
A big, long look at Dishonored 2.
Big, so
the first big actual game playing demo at E3, and it was really good to see.
Yeah, like those guys were playing a video game that exists.
They showed you playing that fucking game.
That game looked
amazing,
incredible. Like visually, just the art direction of that team.
Yeah, it's you were constantly saying it while we were watching it, but you're right. It's the poster child for the idea that art direction instead of just raw power can do so much for a video game.
It's them and Blizzard,
because it looks at a core, it looks really basic, but because it's really well designed, that it's got this sense of like unity in the style,
and it shows that you can have like non-photorealistic art in there.
Yeah, totally.
So, because the architecture and stuff looks phenomenal, but the characters are kind of a little bit they're stylized in a way, but the fact you can do that and it still looks absolutely incredible is a testament to how well they do that kind of stuff. They said it was a new engine, the Void engine.
Yeah, cool name for an engine.
Which is a really good name for the thing. I mean, you played Dishonored. Yeah. A lot of the stuff seemed like more of what was there.
It's that sort of, but it's the sort of thing where it's like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Because that game played really, really well. So it's just you've put in Emily, who's got a slightly different set of powers to Corvo.
Slightly different set of powers. So like, rather than blink, she can.
It's like a weird dash thing.
Well, I remember. I
think she's got some sort of blink because she moved really weird.
She did actually, yeah. So maybe it is a blink.
I don't know if it's a blink or if it's just like she moves like as a shadow or whatever. But.
So one of her powers was she kind of turned into the shadow creature.
Yeah.
Just like
weird, the darkness tentacle creature.
It very much looked like a shadowy darkness style thing.
The cool one was like she had a like distraction thing. That was like she could.
That was incredible.
She could put it was like a weird.
It was like a cloud
geometric,
of crystals.
Yeah, crystal thing that would like flick between characters and like hold their gaze. That was really cool. And another one which was like a weird mind link thing, so that if one thing happened to one character, it would happen to all the characters it's linked to.
So you could then like trigger. The example they did in the demo was that they had she put a stun mine down.
Yeah.
And then linked one guy to two other guys, then lured that guy over to the stun mine went off and knocked the other two of them as well, which is cool. And it seemed like the way they're regulating that is like it takes a chunk of your mana every guy you link, so you can't just like link an entire room and just go shoot one of them, you know.
Well, I get you theoretically could, but then you can't like blink to get into an advantageous position. You just have to play it really well.
Like I cannot imagine what it's like to balance that game.
Oh sure, totally.
It's like the amount of like real powerful abilities you have in that thing. Like how do you make it so still challenging but still have like 6 options? You know what I mean? Why do you not just walk into every room and just connect them all and fire one of them? Like why is that not the thing you do all the time? I don't know. But no, it looks phenomenal. And then they showed a section. They were very unclear as to whether this is like a global thing or whether this is in some stages with the time manipulation.
Yeah, that weird.
So she had like a
timepiece.
It was called a timepiece. But it was like a kind of glass fan thing almost. You looked through. She was in like a ruined mansion, and you looked through it, and you saw the real life mansion or the past mansion. And you could see like AI characters walking
guards
about,
walking
and all this
around,
kind of stuff. And then at any point you could flick and be in there, and then the glass would show you the other one. So they had a lot of examples of you walking up behind a guy in the past. Blinking through, stabbing him in the face, and then
blinking out again.
Which again is like, how do you balance that? What do you do? What do you do with that
idea.
stuff? And also, like, is that I'm assuming that's not the whole game.
I don't know.
But
it may be bits. Like, I think they did make a point of saying like it's this mansion is a place that has this kind of weird environment.
Somebody on Twitter was saying it's a good replacement for the heart from the first game.
Oh, the heart was the thing that like you found secret items with. It would like beat faster when you were getting near like the ruins or whatever. Which
makes sense that so maybe it is the specific areas where the timepiece will like react. And say like, no, something happened.
Yeah, there's a time.
Which is cool. Like if you could go into if they've allocated specific sections for doing that, that's kind of like cool challenge room style.
I was gonna say that would be like a puzzle room or something like that. You could do it.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And then they gave a date, November 11th.
Yeah.
November's looking real busy.
It is
now. Which hasn't been for a while. November's are.
Again, I would wish they would space it out more and like maybe put in some video games in the summer, but it's still.
November's what you do, but like, especially this year because it's. I mean, Watch Dogs is November.
Yeah.
This Dishonored's November. Yeah. Didn't say anything about. Oh, the Quake was next year.
Something else is November that I can't remember.
There's something else, but I mean, obviously Call of Duty is going to be November. Battlefield is November.
Yeah,
I think.
probably.
Was it October or is it late October?
Maybe.
I can't remember.
It's
one of the two of them. But
oh yeah, Battlefield always goes slightly before Call of Duty, so
always go
maybe
before.
late.
I think it's late October.
Yeah.
But yeah, and like so all the stuff they showed was real strong.
Yeah,
like,
really good
Prey still
showing.
exists. They're doing the Quake thing that everyone wanted them to do. They just have to pull
Well,
it
it wasn't
off
even
now.
that everybody wanted them to do that. It was just kind of like a fun thing to go like,
that
what if they did Quake
that
now?
idea only came out in the last couple of weeks,
Yeah.
and a lot of people started going, I wonder if they could do
Wonder
Quake
could they do
as
Quake?
well.
Yeah.
And
Because those
then-
things are.
Because that was the thing that people were talking about with Quake was that like there's no story in Quake, right? It is.
Well, it's very thin, but
it's
yeah.
a very very thin story,
Yeah.
and also it's a mismatch of styles and
Yeah.
time periods. And
As
all
again,
that
they
stuff.
just need to do what made Doom so good this time out, which was like sit down and go like, okay, so what is Quake?
But they're
like,
not.
how do you
But
distill Quake?
that's the thing. They're not doing Quake. They're doing Quake 3.
But that's I'm guessing they did that and they went, well, it's the multiplayer,
Yeah.
and the multiplayer is the thing that they're focusing
So we're
on
gonna
now.
do the
So
best one,
yes, they're going to do the
Quake 3.
best Quake multiplayer they can do, which is fine.
So yeah, and again I'm now reasonably confident they know what they're doing with that based
Yeah.
on what we saw with Doom, where they can take Quake and make it modern, but in the ways that respect
The old Quake. Yeah.
But yeah, like I'm interested to see what that looks like. Dishonored looks great. I would give it a shot, but like I'm not particularly interested.
Yeah,
in that game.
I'll definitely
I just
play
had
it.
a real bad reaction to the last one, but it
I
totally
really
looks,
like it.
It
It's-
looks phenomenal.
I'll probably go back and play Dishonored 1.
Bethesda
before it
going
comes
into
out.
VR is awesome, but kind of scary because like those games are kind of broken. So let's make them run 120
Let's, like,
frames
yeah.
a second and see what
Let's
happens.
throw more tech stuff at it to see what happens.
Yeah,
it's kind of terrifying.
and then yeah, Prey's the thing,
Yeah.
and I want to see.
It's not the Prey you want though.
We'll see. Like
Yeah.
I could take a survival horror
Prey.
or a thriller. Prey.
I still want Space Bounty Hunter Prey though.
Yeah, but that.
I know it's dead in the water, but it still was a
we're
really
done-
cool idea.
When we're done here, we should go watch that original Prey 2 trailer again because it's been a while for me.
Sure.
I want to go see that.
Okay.
But yes, that was Bethesda. Very impressed.
Yeah,
impressed.
very, very good show.
So we will be back. What's next?
Microsoft.
Microsoft in
One of the big ones.
a couple in an hour
Few
and a
hours,
half.
yeah.
But the video will go up as soon as we can after Microsoft. So we will see you there.